Imagine standing in front of the magnificent pyramids, cruising on the Nile River, or exploring ancient temples that are thousands of years old. But right now, many travelers are asking one important question: is Egypt safe to travel to, especially for Indian tourists, during the current war tensions in the Middle East? With conflicts happening in nearby regions and news about military activity and airspace restrictions, it's natural for travelers to feel uncertain. So in this video, we will break down everything you need to know: the current safety situation in Egypt, what the Indian government says, which areas are safe for tourists, which areas to avoid, and whether you should postpone or continue your travel plans. Let's get started. Section 1, Understanding the situation. First, it is important to understand the geography. Egypt is located in North Africa, and while it is close to several conflict regions, the country itself is not currently at war. However, tensions in the Middle East involving countries such as Israel, Iran, and Lebanon sometimes affect the wider region. Because Egypt borders Israel and Gaza, travelers sometimes worry that instability might spread. But the reality is that Egypt has been maintaining strict security and border control, especially in sensitive areas like the Sinai Peninsula. Tourist zones remain largely stable and continue to operate normally. Section 2, Popular tourist areas in Egypt. Most Indian travelers visit Egypt for historical tourism. The main tourist destinations include Cairo, home to the Great Pyramids and Egyptian Museum; Luxor, famous for ancient temples and Valley of the Kings; Aswan, known for Nile cruises and beautiful landscapes; Sharm El Sheikh, a popular Red Sea resort destination. These locations are hundreds of kilometers away from conflict zones. In fact, millions of tourists continue to visit these areas every year because Egypt's tourism sector is heavily protected. Security at airports, hotels, and major attractions is very strict, and tourist police are widely present. Section 3, Areas travelers should avoid. Even though tourist zones are safe, there are some regions travelers should avoid. The most sensitive area is the northern Sinai Peninsula, which borders Gaza. This region has security restrictions and is generally closed to tourists. Travel advisories from many countries recommend avoiding northern Sinai areas near the Gaza border, some remote desert regions without guided tours, but again, these areas are not part of standard tourist itineraries. Most tour packages never include them. Section 4, What the Indian government says. The Ministry of External Affairs, India generally advises Indian travelers to stay updated with travel advisories and follow local regulations. Indian tourists visiting Egypt are encouraged to register their travel details with the Indian Embassy, avoid political demonstrations, follow local news updates, travel with licensed tour operators. The Indian Embassy in Cairo also provides emergency assistance if required. Overall, Egypt remains a popular destination for Indian travelers, especially for history lovers. Section 5, Security measures for tourists. Egypt relies heavily on tourism for its economy. Because of this, the government has implemented strong security systems in tourist areas. These include tourist police at major attractions, security checkpoints on highways, airport screening procedures, police escorts for some long-distance tour buses. Major archaeological sites like the pyramids and temples have controlled entry points and surveillance systems. This level of security is one reason why millions of international visitors still travel to Egypt every year. Section 6, Practical travel tips for Indians. If you are an Indian traveler planning a trip to Egypt during uncertain global conditions, here are some smart tips. Monitor the news, check updates from reliable sources before your trip. Book with trusted tour companies. Guided tours provide better safety and transportation arrangements. Avoid border areas, stick to major destinations like Cairo, Luxor, and Red Sea resorts. Keep emergency contacts, save details of your hotel, local guide, and embassy. Buy travel insurance. This is very important during uncertain geopolitical situations. Follow local laws. Egypt has strict cultural and legal rules, so respecting them helps ensure a smooth trip. Section 7, should you cancel your trip? So the big question remains, should Indian travelers cancel their Egypt trip during war tensions? In most cases, the answer depends on the latest security updates and personal comfort level. Currently, most tourist destinations in Egypt continue to operate normally. Flights still connect major cities, cruise tours on the Nile continue, and hotels remain open for international visitors. However, if regional tensions escalate significantly, travel plans may change quickly. That's why it's always wise to stay informed. Egypt is one of the most fascinating destinations in the world. From the timeless pyramids to the ancient temples along the Nile, it offers a journey into human history like no other place. While regional conflicts sometimes raise concerns, most tourist areas in Egypt remain stable and well protected. For Indian travelers, the key is simple: stay informed, travel responsibly, and follow official advisories. If you do that, your Egyptian adventure can still be an unforgettable experience. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, would you travel to Egypt right now, or would you wait until tensions calm down? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe, like and share.